Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborn. Welcome back to my channel. To everybody new, hello and welcome. I have Bear here with me today to chat with you all. Happy Sunday. Bear here is the Ramsey sculpt by Cassie Brace. He's sold out limited edition. Highly sought after sculpt at this point by collectors. I just adore him. And he was reborned by Tammy of Paper City Dolls. She is one of my favorite artists, and he is a very, very special baby to me. So I had just changed him for some photos and thought I'd share him with you all to chat. So grab your coffee or your tea, maybe a snack, and settle in to chat. Now, I will say that this is a topic of what would be considered controversy in the reborn community. So if these types of videos aren't for you, I would just say skip this one. There's, like hundreds and years worth of videos on my channel of happy fun dolly videos, so yeah, just skip this one if it's not of interest to you. So who's policing who here, folks? That is the gist of things, and we're talking about the topic of counterfeit, stolen sculpts, fakes, however you want to call them, and those reborn doll collectors that buy authentic and support our artist, and the whole debate, I suppose. So before I get started, I want to remind you all, go smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Also, check out the description of my video. There's always a link to follow me on Instagram. In addition, there is a link to my channel's exclusive membership if you would like to check that out. But either way, thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, give it something. Hey, you're giving it a view, so thank you. All right, so yeah, folks, who's policing who here? There's a whole lot, and what I'm seeing going on here now, that's kind of being thrown around is the label and the term reborn dolly police, and those that are talking about authentic reborn dolls and supporting our artists, and sharing their thoughts and feelings, as well as information for those many out there and new coming in every day that have no idea that these legitimate reborns that are done by sculptors are produced as illegal counterfeits. They have no idea, and there's been many people that have commented and said that they have been scammed coming in. They spent good money, thought they were putting their money down and buying a legitimate reborn doll, to only later find out that it was a fake, a stolen sculpt, and that's heartbreaking. So there's many reasons why collectors are talking about advocating for our artists, supporting our artists, many reasons, none of which include shaming anyone for buying whatever they would like. It just seems that people seem to jump and use these scapegoats like, oh, well, as long as you're talking about it on your own platform, um, but, people are being bullied and shamed because there's trolls, coming onto other people's platforms and, shaming them. And, well, I mean, I don't know anything about trolls or, I'm sitting here. I've been called the Dolly police. I'm not going on to anybody else's platforms. I don't have any ghost burner, whatever you call them, accounts. And, anybody that's watched my channel for like 2 seconds, you all know that I definitely come at you straight. And so, and I'm certainly somebody that is being lumped into that category. So, the real question is, who's being policed here? The people, the collectors that collect these art dolls and support our artists and that are speaking up, that are seeing how this is devastating our artists. I'm sure it's devastating enough that their sculpts are being stolen, copied, and reproduced, and that people are, making money off of them and things like that. But I'm sure if it's equally, if not more devastating to see collectors in this hobby, basically giving them the big middle finger and saying, who cares, suck it up, buttercup, because we're going to buy what we want, I can't even imagine, how devastated that a sculptor would be to see that happening in their community, their industry, where I just, yeah, I have a hard time, I feel really bad. So yes, I'm going to talk about it. I am going to, share my thoughts and what kind of collector I am and why, and, all the information. And that most certainly doesn't make me a bully. It doesn't make me the dolly police. Um, I know people, dolly friends in this, YouTube dolly community, that, and it's just maybe a few, if that, that are aware that there's counterfeits out there, that have bought counterfeits, that have expressed that they're aware it's a counterfeit, and they have their own reasons for believing that's okay and wanting to buy. And I haven't, even stopped watching them or commenting or being their quote dolly friend, like that's, not my place. If you know, and that's your choice. And I would always encourage anyone who is watching to reconsider, to really think about our sculptors, our artists, the art, and what it may be doing to them. That this is very different than knockoffs of handbags or other types of things. I think that maybe there is a disconnect with newer collectors coming in with the artists. There's a disconnect in that they don't really haven't seen them around up close and personal, and seeing them develop and progress over the years, or have seen the hobby from the start, from when artists were taking like store-bought like Behringer dolls, and hence the word reborning them, putting paint on them and, trying to make them look as real as possible. And, that turned into sculptors. I believe it's Pat Moulton was put out the first ever Reborn sculpt. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Pork Chop. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, if someone knows, but I'm pretty sure that was the first sculptor and first sculpt to be released to us. And from there, sculptors started sculpting, and the amazing, incredible talent that we have here, and the joy that these dolls bring so many collectors is just, to me, it's just absolutely priceless. I understand that, everybody has their different reasons for collecting, and some people are in the doll hobby just, to play and role play and have a baby doll, and that's all fine and well. I've, talked and will continue to talk about how many wonderful options there are out there for dollies that are legitimate, that and within budget or even below budget to what someone might pay for a counterfeit stolen sculpt. Personally, I don't agree with stealing. I don't, condone and want to support that in any way. The legalities are murky waters, and that would be a whole video to talk about that. So just putting a pin in that side of it for a moment, because we're I'm talking about morals here, and what type of collector you are here, and mostly, because I'll talk more about that in another video, mostly what I'm coming on now to express is not wanting to be shamed for sharing the babies that I collect on my channel, and expressing that I do support authentic artists. I am a collector that collects authentic art, and doing whatever videos I do and things on my platform to try and educate people, and share my thoughts and be supportive to the artists and sculptors in this industry that I admire and care about. I mean, and I don't mean on a personal, I'm just talking about all of them in general. To me, I'm personally so grateful to have these little bubs and their talent, and I couldn't imagine not having it. I mean, my goodness, look at this. There would be nothing to counterfeit copy if these sculptors weren't here. There's so many companies that put out their own sculpts, their own legitimate baby dolls. I just don't see personally why it needs to be a stolen sculpt. And if you have that much admiration of a particular sculpt, then maybe think about going the route of saving up, waiting a little longer, and to actually get that sculpt legitimately, so that you're not purchasing really something that is stolen. Anyway, like I said, I've certainly never went on and shamed anyone or infiltrated their own platforms or channels or anything like that. And all I see is the opposite happening, where it becomes, rumors that start and spread rampant that, everyone's the dolly police that's, collecting authentic reborns and advocating. I don't frequent Facebook. I'm there. I'm a part of some of the reborn groups. Just, I'm active on Instagram mostly. But I, of course, in this community and, hear the buzz, know what's going on. There's different dolly groups. There's authentic reborn dolly groups. There's all other kinds of reborn dolly groups. And there's probably groups out there for pretty much any kind of thing you could collect or imagine. But the groups are specific to, what you're collecting. So you wouldn't go into a group that is action figure collectors and start sharing reborn dolls. They would say this is a group for action figure collecting. Usually the group has the rules. Sometimes you even have to answer questions to get approved to be in the groups. I don't understand why that's considered bullying or leaving people out or shaming people. That's a matter of groups being designated for what people are collecting. So to me, pulling that, saying, putting that spin on it is just ridiculous. I mean, can you imagine just hopping into any group? I mean, going into like a mommy and me group of real babies and just posting your reborn babies and having them say, hey, this is for like live children. You can't be here, you can't post, and then saying they're bullying me because I don't have a real baby. I mean, that's so silly. That's so silly. Yes, there are authentic reborn doll groups. If you're choosing to buy counterfeits, you gotta find groups that accommodate that. I mean, it's just that simple. Nobody's bullying anyone. So I don't like what's going on and the twist that's being put on it. Very often the people that are claiming that people, are bullying are the ones that are actually being the bullies, or being very hypocritical, So, yeah, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you all think. But like I said, I'd really like to know who is policing who. And I don't like this hiding behind troll business, because it is still it is still putting it in people's heads and still making people clearly feel like anyone talking about this subject that's advocating for authentic art is somehow a troll or doing this. And that's really just not right. Trolls, I get trolls all the time. In fact, I've had trolls on this exact topic on, the vice versa, where I've had trolls coming onto mine that are, speaking for counterfeits. I'm not up crying that I'm being bullied and shamed, and even though, yeah, technically I am by these trolls, but I don't know who they are. I can't prove who they are, and I'm not going to have a whole group of people get targeted because I'm complaining about it. I'm just going to delete it and block the channel. That's what being on a public platform is about, and you've got to manage your platform, and it's so easy to just hit delete and block, and not have to complain about it and, put put it in a light that, is making a whole group of people look bad when they may have absolutely nothing to do with it. It could be someone on the other end, setting up people. You have no idea. You do not know. And lastly, I will just say to anyone out there, if there is anyone that is strongly advocating for, authentic reborns, and you are, in fact, using some sort of fake account or alternate account or ghost account, whatever you call them. If you are doing that and going in because you were blocked under your real name or you just don't want to say it under your whatever, and that you are going onto other people's channels and shaming them for the dolls that they're choosing to buy or what they're choosing to talk about or anything else for that matter, stop. Just please stop, because you are definitely making us all look bad. It is completely unnecessary and uncalled for to have to go in to have your word or have the last word or make it appear that there's more people. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, you're accomplishing the exact opposite, because you're just putting everybody in a bad light when most of us are just reborn dolly collectors that are talking about the way that we collect, the way that we view things, as well as educating our audience that comes to our platforms because they want information on these dolls. They want information on collecting, all sorts of information, from how to reweight a doll to making a fake bottle, and just, the type of art you like, just anything and everything. It's people come to our channels, because they want to learn about these things, and they want to see the dolls that people are collecting. So that's it for today, folks. I am definitely going to do a little, mini series of, another video. I will definitely get into talking about, why I feel it's so important and so on and so forth. I did share on my wall a great video by Kelly Girl. She attempted, and her and I did our best on the live stream that I did have several weeks ago, that I had all the technical difficulties on, which of course, interfered with us, really getting out all of our thoughts and everything. So Kelly was finally able to do a recorded video sharing her thoughts. I thought it was a fabulous video, and I feel awful that it was, my fault, my technical difficulties, that she wasn't able to get that out. So I did share that. There's many other channels, many other videos out there on this topic. You can just, basically click it in and see. But I did share Kelly's. I couldn't have said it better myself. And, again, she wasn't able to, get all that out in the live stream because of my difficulties. So I felt bad. But anyway, folks, I love you all. I accept you all. I want people to have fun here and enjoy the hobby and learn if they want to learn, and it's really what it's all about. I hope we all can kind of go back to our corners and reset and stop with the name calling and the finger pointing, and stop policing one another. That would be good. I'm saying it from this side of the fence over here, because I feel policed. I feel like I'm now being shamed for talking about something on my platform, and I don't appreciate it. I really don't appreciate it. All right, everyone. That's about it for today. I will catch y'all next time. God bless.